What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back again with another episode of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. See if we can get our guest. What's up, J Jeff 24? Hello, Isaac. Well,
Hey,
hello.
hey,
How are you today?
good. How are you?
I can't complain. I can't complain. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. We finally got this, together. It's a couple weeks in the making, so good,
Right.
good. So before we get started, I always ask, my guests, what was the most positive thing you were able to take from 2020?
A lot positive happened for me in 2020, so I can't really even like complain. Like even though it was such a trying year for a lot of individuals, I remained employed throughout the whole time. Um, my family, we bought a house during the pandemic, and overall, it was an eye-opening experience for me, and it allowed me to progress to do a lot that I'm doing today. So I can't really give a thumbs down to 2020 because it was definitely not a bad year for me and my family.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Um, I guess before we get into the normal questions, I forgot to ask D. Will from the South this. How was the sneaker exhibit?
That was the first time I ever been to something like that. And I just want to say like that was like the dopest vibe ever. Just people, a lot of people in the same room with the same mindset and just the flavor in the room between the sneakers, the clothes, the vibes. It just that was really a dope event. Like I hope she can take that and really travel with that because that was a dope event.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
What was the premise of the event?
So I got from it that you were supposed to wear like the most different sneaker because that's what my mindset was. Like I was looking for the sneaker that I didn't think anybody would have. Um, Even my clothes, like I just didn't want to look like anyone else. And for me, for the most part, I think everybody, um, what I say, got the assignment because there was a lot of people that definitely was off the chart. Like it was different. There was, of course, a lot of people with a lot of the, I call it the hype sneakers, but there was a lot of different footwear in there.
Okay. Okay. Right quick, let me just say hello to everybody that's joined. A lot of good people. Sneakerhead Poppy, Sneaker Vibes Only, D Sneak, Sneaker Freak, QC, Kiki Cutie, Good Eye 94. I have Kicks, Nobles, Darby, Fourth, Black Ass African, Hunter. You know, hello everybody. Um,
What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming in.
all right. Okay. So what I mean, I saw some pictures, I've actually seen quite a few, but what was the thing that you decided to pull out?
Them flu games. I said, these ain't released in a minute. I caught a deal on them when I got them. I'm pulling these out. I'm sure I won't see nobody else in here with these on. So I'm pulling them out.
Okay. All right. Black and red 12s. That's nice. I mean, you don't really see them. If you do see somebody with them, they're usually kind of fucked up. So, oh,
Now, if I still had my originals, they probably would be, my feet would be balled up because I would be still trying to wear them jaws because I think I had them when they first dropped. And so I don't even remember the year that was.
97.
Yeah, I would have had my very first ones, and I was like maybe a five and a half back then. In kids, I'm a seven now. They would have probably crumbled by now.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. I still got old 12s that are still wearable like that. So you never know.
Well, that's true because I feel like the sneakers then, opposed to how they making them now, they're not made to last.
Nah.
They definitely not made to last.
back then that was a performance shoe. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Uh,
The quality is totally different.
yeah, I feel like certain shoes they do just kind of slap together, and certain they take their time with.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, the first segment of the show, usually I just try to focus on sneaker origins, kind of where it all started for you. So, what was that first sneaker moment for you?
The threes.
Okay.
The black it was the black ones. I was I want to say 11th grade. That was my first pair that I bought myself with my little McDonald's check because my mom was done. She was like, "Listen, it was the beginning of the year. You got one pair of sneaker, five pair of jeans, and that was it." So I needed to work, so I went to work, and that was the first pair I bought on my own. And I don't own any threes now.
Hmm.
None.
Hey, I mean, it's I don't know. I feel like they come out with threes, but they don't come out with threes like they come out with fives and sixes. I feel like
No, they don't.
a little tighter with the three. So this was the black cements. That was your
Mm-hmm.
first you bought.
Yep.
So was that like the '01 retro?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good time. Summer '01.
Yep.
That was back when it was only $100 for men, so it's probably only about 75 for y'all.
Absolutely. And that was back when where I'm from Philly. So I used to work at the McDonald's that was at the transportation center, Broad Downey Transportation Center. Down the street was I think it was I think the name is still the same. It was called Woo. It was a mom and pop sneaker store.
Mm.
So I used to know them like because I worked at the McDonald's. So I would walk down here all the time. And he would hold my sneakers till I got paid and I would be able to go back and pick them up. Those was the days.
Wow.
Those was the days.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So with that cement three being, your first sneaker and you having all these shoes, how do you not have them now?
Because I moved a lot
Okay.
younger. So I did a lot of moving. And then back then I don't think I really valued them. Like it didn't become a collector's thing for me. It was just I like sneakers, I like shoes. So I just bought shoes and then if I didn't wear them anymore, I would give them away or Lord only knows where they end up. So I never thought that it would really grow into this type of thing where I started really like collecting shoes and, just having over the abundance of shoes that I could even wear at one time.
Yeah, I get you. I didn't think you would still have that pair, but they just came out in 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's your shoe.
Yeah, but I don't really think I cared that much then. And then I always lived in an apartment, so if I didn't have enough room, I would give stuff away. I would donate stuff all the time.
That's a big heart right
So
there. Appreciate that.
yeah, certain things like it's like I don't even like even now with the kids' shoes. I'm like I don't even have the energy to load this stuff and sell it. I'll just donate. I'll give them away. Because I mean, sometimes it's like I don't even because I'm lazy. I don't want to take pictures of all these different angles of shoes to post them and sell them. So I'll just give them away.
I get you. I get you. No, I respect it. I respect it. Okay. All right. Now, you said you were from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that where you're currently at?
Yep. Born and raised. I've never lived anywhere else aside of Jersey, but I don't really consider that anywhere else because, like, where I live at, I can walk to Jersey. So,
Yeah, I mean, I always look at it. I know it's separate, but Philly, it's so close to New York and New Jersey. It's kind of like if I was playing
yep.
76ers, I would be in the city all the time. You know?
Yeah.
So,
And they do. Like
yeah.
Allen Iverson, we used to go to Fridays with him all the time. Like he was sit right there Fridays all the time with us. He was like just like a regular dude.
Now, that was kind of I'm glad you brought him up because that was gonna be my segue into with you being a kid from Philadelphia. Whether you're into sports or not, how big were the Iversons? Like was it like a must have for the kids or?
So I'm not a basketball person.
Okay.
So it's weird for me not to be like, I'm a football girl, but it's weird for me with having like Jordans and like Jordans, and I never played sports.
Hmm.
8th grade, I ran track, and that was it. When I got to high school, it was party time for me. So I did nothing extracurricular. So
Party time.
I did nothing. It was just too much freedom. So I did nothing. So when AI, when his sneakers dropped, like when he was just like the big with the jersey, everybody was into the jerseys and all of that. Like I was kind of like, I was a tomboy, but I wasn't all the way there. So I didn't walk around in jerseys and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I wore sneakers, but it wasn't like I wasn't a big jersey wearer or a basketball sneaker wearer. So I never had AIs until they dropped again.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had to buy. I felt like I had to buy them because I did not then. So we got the full fam. We all had them,
Okay.
and I still have them. So, and I still save the kids. Like those I did not give away. I
Oh,
still have them.
those are the limit. Like we ain't giving away no Iversons now.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to the Iversons because we don't know where Iverson gonna be soon. Maybe I might run into him again and he can sign him, and then they'll be, because I just feel like he a Philly dude.
Got you. Got you. And I mean, from Virginia, but that's also not far away either.
Exactly.
So all right, you're more Eagles than 76ers then. You'd watch an Eagles game before a 76ers game.
I watch a 76ers game before I watch an Eagles game. I'm a Green Bay fan.
Oh,
Cheesehead.
I did see that in your on your page. How did that happen?
So before my husband, my ex-boyfriend, was a Green Bay fan.
Okay.
And that's all I saw. That's all I knew. That's all I saw. So that actually was my segue into watching football. And then I just started watching it. Even I found myself watching games even when he wasn't around. And then I started to learn the game. So it just stuck with me. And then Brett Favre was always a favorite of mine. I just loved his swag. Like Brett Favre. And then when Aaron Rodgers came on, that was like the icing on the cake. There was no way. And then the heart of those Wisconsin people and their team, there is no, like, outside of the Philly fans, I think Wisconsin got the best fans.
Okay. So you've told us that you're a Packers fan. So do you have one of the hats?
No,
The Chiefs.
because I want to get it from Lambeau. And my next year, I'm going to Lambeau.
So we're gonna look on Instagram and see
Yep.
Chiefs. Okay. All right.
I won't get, I can get it from here. I can order it, but I don't want it from here. I want to go to Lambeau, and I want it from Lambeau.
Yeah, I mean, the way you all seamlessly went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, I liken it to when the 49ers had Joe Montana and then they went right to Steve Young. Like, it's crazy. We're just, it was real seamless. Like,
My husband's a 49er fan, and he'd be so pissed. He's like, we could have had Aaron. We could have had Aaron.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but see, like I'm from Cleveland. I live in
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina now, but I'm from Cleveland. So, in order to like sports, you have to have like another team other than just rooting for the home team. So,
Right.
I remember Green Bay being real prominent in the '90s, like the late '90s. They won the Super Bowl. I want to say '96.
Right.
Antonio Freeman and Brett Favre, those guys, Reggie White. But all right. All right. Well, you know it, so I appreciate you, what I'm saying, actually knowing about your franchise. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people think, they're like, but you a girl, and I'm like 5-0 well, my husband actually beat me in the fantasy league, so now I'm 5-1. Like, how?
Hey, but that's a beautiful thing. You and your husband on the fantasy tip, like that. Hey, that's good.
But I said, you were supposed to let me win. He told me, no, it's competitive. I said, no, but you're supposed to let me win. I need to win the prize. You want me to share?
There's so many things that my wife is better at me than that. I love competing with her with certain things. So
Yeah, that's us.
yeah. So but all right. So with Philly, you were talking about the one place that was mom and pops. Were there any other places back then that when you would cop your sneakers, you would go any place specific, or was it just that place?
No, there was also, so we have like an Avenue, Fifth and Alany. Down there is like a strip. So there was about 4 or 5 different like mom and pop sneaker stores down there. Today, probably 2 is still there. And they're the same 2. Like I don't know if they're the same owners, but they're the only 2 that's still there that's been the oldest 2 standing since I was a kid. It's kind of like they're all fading away.
Okay. Do you all have Dr. J's there?
No, we
There's no.
had Dr. Denim's.
Huh?
We had Dr. Denim's.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know Dr. J's is in New York and some other places, but I was wondering if it was in Philly too. But okay.
What kind of Dr. J's? Oh, I don't know. If we ever had one, I don't recall ever hearing anybody go to a Dr. J's. I always do with Dr. Denim's.
Okay. Well, hey, it could be the same company with just, some places to be.
Right. I was just about to say it might have been the same.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Now let me ask you this. This is the last question of the origins segment. What's something that was hot everywhere else that y'all just wouldn't mess with sneaker wise in Philly back in the day?
See, I've been trying to think of that because I even asked my husband, I'm like, what sneaker are we known for outside of Allen Iverson's, like the AIs? And he was trying to figure it out. I'm like, I don't think we in the city had like a staple sneaker.
Mm-hmm.
And when I really try to think back, I don't really think we had like anything that was really a staple that I can recall. Especially not that I remember. And I was, like I said, I was a little bit of a tomboy, so I hung around all the boys. And I really don't recall like anybody, like everybody talked about J's. Of course, it was always about J's.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't recall that we had like, if you see me in the sneaker, you would know I was from Philly.
Okay. Because again, Sneaker Best is or was on here, from Detroit, Ash Macbeth. Like they had the top 10 Adidas in the Adidas Forum. Of course, New York has the Air Force One, and
yeah.
So I was wondering if y'all had a shoe because, I know this is probably before yours and my time when Dr. J was playing for the 76ers and he had the Converse Pro Leather. That's probably for like older dudes. You know what I mean?
And that's what I think. I think it was the older generation. I want to say our generation because like I'm 41. So I think in our generation, everything was Jordan. I think everybody rode the Jordan wave. I can't say like it was like we had like an Air Force One or some kind of track shoe. I really think we rode the wave of the Jordans.
Okay. You 41?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you old, man.
Shit.
I'm 41 in December, so I'm right there.
Listen, I'm 41. I got a 23-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 7-month-old grandbaby.
So a grown kid, man. that's all. All you missing is a teenager in the middle. Oh man. Y'all look 41 though. And that just show, with us black, don't crack. So
appreciate that. Yeah, the biggest one drive me the most crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say I'm surprised because I look at Philly as like a sneaker place, sort of like the DMV or New York. Again, like being from Cleveland, like we would get sneakers, but we didn't really have anything that was our own until LeBron. And you and I were already
right.
And so, and we only had one Cleveland only release the whole 11 seasons that he played for the Cavs before or after Miami. So we don't really have no shoe either. So I guess it's just Detroit, New York, and
well,
the West Coast.
That's all of those folks because I'm gonna say, like I said, if they wanted to ride on any wave in Philly, it would have probably been the Allen Iversons. Like people wore all of those. The question, the answer, like you've seen a lot of them in them damn 3 jerseys. that was all the way down to their knees.
Oh, that's summer 2001. Like I remember going to Carabana and going to New York, and everybody had the Iverson jersey. You know,
Yep.
the white one or the black one. You were special if you had that blue one. That blue one was the one.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to want that blue one. Sneaker best, what you mean? Clean it up. But yeah, you know, but the 76ers are one of my secret teams. I'm a Lakers fan first. I mean, I root for the Cavs if they're not playing the Lakers. But the 76ers are always a team that I'll want to do well because historically, I mean, they were always good when I was a kid, when I first got into basketball, you know, with Charles Barkley, Dr. J, Andrew Toney, all those guys. So, you know. Damn, did I lose you? All right, let's just give our guest a second. D. Will from the South, go Hawks. Hey, y'all had Dominique for a long time, man. I don't know. Y'all got Trae Young now, though. She got that Android. Ooh, Julius. Oh, man. What's up, Kickstart NYC? J. Marie Shoes 85. Premium sneakers.
My
Okay.
bad. I swiped the wrong way.
Oh,
Shut up, Julius. I got a damn Android.
oh, man.
I actually just got my 13 and the screen protector ain't cracked.
And I just cracked my screen protector, man, last week, man. I'm so bad. Like, I'm worried that it's the phone itself, but I'm hoping it's just the screen protector. But it's cool. I had a 12. So, all right. Well, now we move to the next segment, which is kind of more based on where we're at currently now with the sneakers. You know, I want to ask you what your current opinion is on the sneaker game. Everybody pretty much says the same thing. Damn, she's spinning again. You got that iPhone 6. Well, this is... she left again. Let's see if we can get her back.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I was going to ask you, you know, before we, you know, as we get into this next segment about, you know, current, you know, what are your feelings on the game? Everybody pretty much says the same. But we remember how it was,
Bruh.
you know.
So we talked about how I used to be able to put my sneaks on hold for a week.
Yeah.
You try to do that nowadays, that's gonna cost you an extra $100. But I just miss being able to go and try my sneakers on. Like I don't have a pair of Yeezys today because I don't know how they fit. So I can't buy them. Now, I don't know. I don't understand why it's so hard to buy sneakers. And I just saw something where on CNN they were saying like it's gonna be a sneaker shortage, like a shoe shortage. Like really, it's already a shortage. We can't get nothing. We can't get no shoes.
Yeah, and then, you know, Nice Kicks, a bunch of the sneaker publications put out these pictures over the last few days about how in China, you know, and overseas, sneakers are just sitting, you know. So,
And then it's like I'm pushing back on buying, you know, resale because for one, I dropped my budget because I feel like some of these resale sneaks that we're buying are not real. So you're not going to sell me a fake pair of sneakers at a exuberated markup.
mm-hmm.
So no more. I think the most I've paid, and they weren't for me, was 600 for a pair of sneakers for my son, a gift when he graduated college because
Wow.
he pledged, and they were his frat colors. So
Well,
I wanted him to have them. He was pissed that I bought them, but I wanted him to have them. It was a gift.
what
But
sneakers were they?
they was the black and gold ones.
The patent leather ones?
Were they patent leather? No, they not patent leather. They leather. What are they? No, they leather.
Black and gold?
Yep.
Hmm.
His he's alpha, so their colors are black and gold.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I wanted him to have them, and he was like, "No, don't buy it, don't buy them." And then I surprised him with them. It was $600. And
Yeah.
my husband bought me these Sakai's, 2 pairs of Sakai's that he paid over $500 for. Said, no more. Not doing that no more. I don't give a damn how bad I want them. They going to sit there.
Yeah.
Not doing it no more. It's not worth it. It's too much. It's not worth, because I don't even want to wear the sneakers. Like, they stay in the box because I feel like they cost so much. I don't want to wear them.
Yeah. Like I've never, other than you know, our anniversary just passed night, you know, got my wife the Grinches. Other than that, I've never paid. I won't let myself pay beyond a certain amount. Like it's just because it's still a shoe. Like I'm still gonna get it dirty. I'm still gonna step in some grass. Chances are get rocks at the bottom. Like it's just like that's a gift to make somebody else that I love happy. That's different. But for me,
right.
nah.
And I feel like for a recent drop, no.
Yeah.
Now, if I was going back to get something old, I would pay that. But you're not going to charge me that for some new shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. $250 is my limit. And $250 for the shoe and my shipping cost. That's it.
Yeah, because like, all right, I always tell people the story of, you know, the store I was working at. We got the shattered backboards in 2015, you know, when they came out. And I foolishly didn't buy them. I could have got them. With my discount, they'd have been like $86. I never would have thought.
I need them, Joe.
Yeah, I never would have thought, you know, in 2015, even that a Jordan 1 would be an unattainable shoe. But I look at,
Right.
like, on the cheap side, a real shattered backboard on GOAT that's authenticity guaranteed. The cheapest pair I seen was like $800, and they still didn't have the box. Like, I just can't see paying over.
And you know, when they ain't got the box, they either refurbished or they fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, what happened to the box? How you don't have a box?
That's what I always say.
You know.
Me and my husband joke about it, the dick section all the time, or GOAT. We be like, I'm like, look he'll look at it, he be like, look how much these joints are. And they look like somebody that ran on the tracks with them, and they
Yeah.
still want this for them. Like, if they don't get out of here, like, no. Ain't that much restoring in the world. Beat it.
Yeah. Like, again, we're older. I told you I have some shoes from high school. I graduated in 1999. I still got the box. Moved several times. Moved out of the
So if you still got the box, unless like some of my stuff, like certain things, like some of these I take out the boxes, like my Vans. There's some like little track sneakers, but certain sneakers I keep the boxes for.
Absolutely.
Because I just feel like I want them in the boxes.
Yeah.
But how you don't have the boxes
Yeah.
for that? Because you bought them as refurbished, or they not real.
Yeah. And again, if it's
so,
it shouldn't be no $800, man. I don't give a fuck what it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Like, they just opened a new boutique, one of them sneaker boutiques around the corner from me. This dude got a wall full of ones. He got maybe one little Adidas, one little sprinkled in there, all this Supreme shit. Every time I walk, it's next to the nail salon I go. Every time I walk by there, I just look at the window and shake my head. Because I'm like, dude, you got a wall full of fake sneakers. I don't care what you say. You ordered them $16,000 sneakers that I seen on eBay in bulk, and you selling them in there like they real. They're not real.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because we don't know. And a lot of these fake sneakers are getting through. They're getting through GOAT, and they're getting through StockX. Everybody complain about StockX saying they selling fake shoes. We don't know if GOAT's selling the fake shoes because they don't tell us how their authentication process.
Yeah.
Now we got eBay doing the authentication, but we don't know what the authentication process is unless you take the class and you learn what the sneakers are.
And see, on the flip side of that, like, there's certain stuff that I'll get from eBay and it'll be over $100, so they'll throw in the authenticity guarantee. Like, it's certain shit, like, they're not faking this. Like, I had found a pair of Converse that I had always wanted, and they were from 1987, never worn. Like, I don't need you to authenticate that.
Right, because you know and to me it's the unhype. So you know the unhype. It's the hype sneakers that they faking.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Because, like, for instance, you know, you and I are from a time, and I don't mean to drag you along with me is old because you at least still look young. It's over for me.
Yeah.
It's like Jordan ones are that'll always be an $80 shoe to me. I understand why it's more expensive. It's hype. Yeah, and it makes
Right.
it a little better. But I've kind of given up on the three left that I want. I mean, I have a pair of Chicago's, but I'd like a fresher pair because I also foolishly didn't buy those. The
I want
Shatterback
those
board
too.
and the first UNC. I need those. But I've kind of given up on them because
You like me because I'm the three you just mentioned are the three that I want one wise, and then I'm done with the ones like I need them to open that vault and bring some more stuff out. I'm so sick of these variations of ones. It's enough. Enough is enough.
one you could cut off the collar. Like, why the fuck am I gonna buy it if I'm gonna cut off the collar? Why am I?
Why the fuck am I gonna buy a sneaker that I'm gonna destroy? I don't even want to do that. I don't want to rip a shoe up. If I want to rip a shoe up, I'll buy a shoe to rip up.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's just now I feel like I don't know who these kids they have now that are doing the marketing or coming to the table with these things, but I just feel like they don't engage the public enough to know what we're looking for, to know what we want. Open the vault, pull out the old stuff, get to creating the old stuff. We don't want this new stuff. Take it back. We want the retro. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Stop giving us all these crazy colors. Like for people like us, we want the OG stuff. Like we don't want to keep having all these different colors, and then you sticking with the same color variations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So come on,
We're not
like
gonna
you're going UNC us to death. Like when UNC us to death.
or we're not gonna give you a Chicago, but we're gonna give you several ones that sort of look like the Chicago to keep you engaged. That maybe one day we
Yeah.
back. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. Just give us some more, open the vote and give us some more. Like
Yeah.
I don't like I said, I don't know who they're engaging and who they're questioning and who these focus groups that they're talking to, but y'all not talking to the right people, because if you were talking to the right people, you would know what the people want.
Yeah.
Y'all want us to tag you in everything, and when we tag you in everything, your social media team clearly ain't looking because they not knowing what the people are saying. Your
Yeah.
app is bullshit. You don't bring out good stuff. Fix it. Period.
Because I look at it like, since we're talking about ones, until the neutral gray this year, they hadn't came out with an OG one since the Shadow, and that was 3 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, all of the half of 18, all of 19, and all of 20 with all these different ones with no OGs.
I don't understand it. Like I just really don't understand. Like, and this is the time that things are going retro. Like everything is kind of reverting back to the old way, like the old thing, the old styles are coming back. Like a lot of things are like retroing back. So why not start bring some more, bring the flu games back, and then those because I just got those Jordan the 12s, the new Jordan Royal 12s.
Okay.
They all right, but I felt like I was on. That's the closest I'm gonna get to get me a new pair of taxis because I'm not paying a stack for no taxis. So I'll make them work.
That 2013 release, wasn't. I mean, to me, all
I missed that.
yeah, they made between 10 and maybe like till the remaster started in 15. They were all kind of questionable quality wise, where you wasn't getting no leather unless it was a Ben or some premium stuff or something. So
Yeah. So it's like, well, that's the closest I'm gonna get to these taxis until they decide to open the vault and bring the taxis out.
yeah, okay. Now, where have you been most successful with your cops? New release.
Nowhere. Go.
Uh,
And I just started dabbling back into eBay now that eBay has the authentication process, because I used to be scared of eBay because I'm like, no, they gonna come and Joy gonna be like this.
yeah.
I was like, no. So I was afraid. I was afraid to use eBay because of that. So I stuck with Goat. Like I was using StockX, and then the StockX thing hit, and it was like, oh, they selling fake shoes. They selling fake shoes. I never had a problem with it. So I never received no fake shoes. That's where I was buying the bulk of my sneakers from when I started reaching back to grab some of the old stuff that I wanted.
Gotcha.
And then I started hitting up Goat. And I never bought anything from like Kicks on Fire or any of those other places because them prices just be crazy.
Yeah. Stadium Goods is probably the worst. Flight Club, all of
Oh
that.
yeah, I don't even look at them. Shit, please, that's a house payment. They can forget it.
Yeah, I've never bought anything from StockX. My wife has bought a few things that she has, but I've never. I've done Goat a few times, but I've basically just been eBay. A little bit of Poshmark, a little Macari, deep.
Oh, they my Jones right there. Poshmark and Macari, you can catch some real sleepers on Poshmark and Macari. Even for the apparel, like I just ordered a brand new Nike sweatshirt to go with them Tokyos I just ordered. I was waiting for them Tokyo ones, the gray ones to drop,
Hmm.
and I got them for under retail.
Yeah,
I snagged them quick.
yeah, I've definitely had some really good reach backs of Nike retros that aren't Jordans or phone posits. People don't know what they have or care what they have.
Yep, yep.
So, and then a lot of Converse, Converse, even vintage ones you can get for dirt on any of these places. So,
Yo, you killing the Converses. You killing that with them Converses because yo, I'll see some ones you post and I'll be like, damn, where you find them at?
I appreciate that.
Yo, you definitely killing it with the Converses because you got me looking back like, damn,
Yeah,
I ain't never see them. I just didn't care about Converse like on that side.
I also feel like like in Cleveland, we won't wear Converse unless it's the summer, and we only really mess with the core colors: white, black, navy, gray, all black. So now, again, working for them, having access to different things that I didn't before, it's like I've been like a kid in a candy store,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
because I still feel like Nike could do better with Converse. It seems like they have a system where if they have a collaborator, they'll make them do a Converse collab before they touch a Nike silhouette, which that's fine. But I still feel like they could do a little better with their vault instead of just every now and then bring it back to Larry Johnson or every now and
Yeah.
then. They could do a lot more, a lot better. But on the flip, I mean, they did a better job than Adidas did with Reebok. So I guess I can't complain that much.
Yeah, I've been into the Reeboks too. Like I've been definitely heavily picking on the Reebok, even for my daughter. Like I'm feeling the new thing, the new way Reebok is going.
Mm.
So I'm because I think Master P and somebody else
Shaq.
bought into Reebok. Is Shaq?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've been feeling the direction they've been going. Um, I had bought the Cardi B's and I just actually sold them because I just couldn't figure out what to wear with them. But I got a few other Reeboks that I really like that I kind of been, like even the apparel. Like I've been feeling their stuff lately. So I'm since Nike be acting like that's a bad relationship. I'm just looking into more of the other brands and really trying to find other things in other brands. So I feel like if I stop spending my money with Nike, you stop spending your money with Nike. As the trickle effect starts to go down, they'll get better.
See, I think it's already started.
I think so too,
I think it's already.
because they keep talking about it. They keep talking about things that they want to do to fix that sneaker app, and they're now starting to really hear the rumblings, the tags on social media, the nonsense with the Just Still It tape. Like I think somebody's starting to get the picture that folks is tired. We
Yeah,
tired, and we ain't gonna keep spending our money for BS.
yeah,
Especially when you keep going up $20 every couple months on these shoes.
yeah. Agreed. Oh man, sneaker mess. Shorty C94. How your pinky toes doing in those Converse? I don't have no problems with my Converse. I try to not just wear Chucks though, because it's a lot of other silhouettes. I like basketball Converse a little more than the Chucks. If I do a Chuck, it'll be a Chuck 70 with the thicker insole. It feels like a sneaker. So, them court chucks with just the bottom, the plain flat. Try not to really do those too much.
Yeah, that's not. I don't, listen, them Run Star, that was the best thing they could have done. I had about 4 pair of them joints,
Me too.
and I sold a couple of them at like just to get rid of them because I just needed. I don't have no room. Like this is the spillover from my closet. Like I don't have no room, so I was just getting rid of stuff that just like And I had like a felt pair, and I was like, why did I buy these? I wore them things one time. I'm like, why would you buy a pair of sneakers with felt? I didn't, just because.
That's fair. You gotta bring those out summer only.
And then I had 2 pair of the white ones, 2 pair of the black. I'm like, no. Sometimes I just, in quarantine has done it to me because I'm home. I'm working from home. I'm not doing anything but on all these apps, on social media all day while I'm working. And I'm just ordering stuff. So a lot of stuff I don't even get to wear because I don't get dressed.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you. The once I figured out that the Run Stars were unisex and that they made them in my size, I got my hands on a clearance pair, tried them on, and yeah, I've gotten 4 pairs since. So I love.
Yeah, I think they should not make regular ones anymore. Them Run Stars and the platform, the other ones it's not they still got that shape, but they don't have the ridges.
Yeah,
They the best Converse they had. Now they will make me go back to wearing more Converse.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
just hope within the next year we see a big difference in Nike because I do love the brand and I love all sneakers. So Adidas, everybody like the only thing I had not worn since a child was Feli's, and I'm gonna tell you why. Remember when Feli used to be sold in Payless?
Yeah, I remember that.
My mom bought me a pair, and I got laughed at for wearing them,
Mm.
and I never wore a Feli again. I never wore a Feli again. And so, and then they just don't. I don't like them.
Nah, I
I
get you.
just,
I never owned a pair until I was an adult. So yeah, I mean it was Grant Hills, but yeah,
yeah.
it's only a few styles that they've made that I like. The one that I actually want now is the F100. It's like their version of the Air Force One. So I do need 1 pair of those, and I'll be done.
That's the one with the strap, right? The one that used to have the strap in the back.
Yeah.
I remember those because all the old heads, like my sister age, they used to wear them with the velour sweatsuits. I remember those.
Yeah. A little
I
bit before
remember.
us. There's like a dope boy.
Yep. Yeah, because my sister's 48, 49, somewhere around there. So that was her.
So she was a teen in the 80s when we was little.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yep. So that was her. That was her. That was her. That was her era.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's the only thing I never owned a pair of. I never bought on my own nothing was a pair of Feli's.
Gotcha. I'm that way with K Swiss. I've never had a K Swiss.
Oh, K Swiss was my shit. Oh my God. With the ballies, and I used to wear tennis skirts. Yo, I used to kill some white K Swiss. Man, they was my shot.
Right.
That was my shot. And I even had a pair of cleats.
Okay. I didn't even know
I
that.
was SWV. We used to walk around like that around here. We used to wear cleats because I think SWV.
I remember that video. Yeah.
Yep, we used to wear cleats and tennis skirts, walking around dogging some cleats in the street.
You gotta sound an old. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it's cool. Oh man,
Woo!
pretty good. Well, right now, if you look at your current collection, and I know it's probably hard, but what's your number one shoe? Glad you had to lean back and look. You know what I mean? That's how you know you got a lot.
No, I'm gonna say my Vision Racers. Those are my favorite shoes in my collection. All the Vision Racers, and the pink ones are my absolute favorite.
Okay. All right.
Yep, my Vision Racers. If I can wear them every day, I would, because I really like them. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on most. I have 5 pair. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on them all at retail, except for one pair. I paid a little more than retail, but those are my favorite of my entire collection.
All right. Now, what's the first shoe that comes to mind when you like, I really need to undead stock those?
It was my flu games because when I first got them, I sat on them for over like 2 months before I actually wore them. When I got them, I
Okay.
sat on them.
Okay.
Yep, I sat on them because they were one of my favorites. So when I got them, I was just so happy to have them. I didn't even want to wear them.
Okay. Okay.
And when I did, people were like, "Where you get them from? How you get them? How you still have them?" So you know when people ask, you know that's somebody that's in the sneakers because they know they haven't come out in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
May of 16 was the last time.
mm-hmm.
That was an awful release. It was hood niggas everywhere at my store. It was horrible.
That was when you still lined up for sneaks.
Any 12, man, the hood niggas go nuts. But
They really do.
I will say, I don't want to upset you. I love the 12. I do own a pair of black and red 12s, but they're like my least favorite OG 12.
Really?
Because it's only one. It's
Why?
colors. All the other ones have three.
Mm,
They're just black and red. There's no third. Like I'd rather.
You're right.
It's
I didn't really pay that any mind.
So I usually wear them on. Just make me sound like a basketball nerd, but I don't care. Usually on June 11th. That was when the flu game happened. I usually wear them that day.
Mm-hmm.
So, or when I used to work at a regular shoe store, if I was real sick but I still was going into work, I would wear them. Try to be like Jordan.
They give you the extra
Yeah,
you knock that 8 out.
I use it on PTO. I'm gonna be there. So
Right. That's us black folks. We go to work dead. You go
yeah,
to work dead. You call out sick when you want to go on vacation.
exactly. I use some of this time.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Now, is there a shoe that you have this dead stock that you won't unds?
Nope.
Okay, everything is.
I'm wearing everything. I don't care. I probably do got some dead stock, but I wear everything.
Okay.
Every pair of sneakers I have, if they have not already, will touch outside.
Okay.
I wear all my shit. I'm not saving anything. I'm wearing them all.
I
My
appreciate
niece said if something ever happened to me, she's coming for my stock. So I said, well, you're going to probably have to fight my daughter for when she's older.
it. Yeah. Real. That's real. Oh man. Now, what's the shoe that everybody, I know, you friends with pretty much everybody in these comments here, that's on the chat, what's the shoe that everybody around you loves that you just don't fuck with?
Yeezys.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that.
Yeezys. Because Julius gets them all the time. Man, you got to get you a pair of these. I be like, man, fuck them Yeezys. I ain't got them shits. They all high as a giraffe's ass, and I can never get them at retail. So Kanye and his Yeezys can go run down the street.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I only really feel like I have the pairs I have from just being in stores, working there. But yeah, it's
Yeah, because I'm like, where do you buy them?
yeah, I mean,
How do you actually buy a pair of Yeezys?
before the pandemic, I was with Foot Locker, and people used to, resellers would return them there if they couldn't sell them. That they ordered them from footlocker.com, because I always say that the Adidas Yeezys kill first come first serve. You notice, most stores really don't do first come first serve anymore.
Right.
Finish lines do, but they're really the only ones. Everybody does digital raffles now, and to me, it wasn't really like that until the Yeezys.
Okay.
People were still lining up. People were still camping out. Now that's an experience. I've never camped out for a shoe, but that's an experience that the youngsters never gonna have because everything is digital.
So now, do y'all have Snipes?
I think it's just in. I thought it was just in Detroit.
No, we have them here too.
Oh,
It used to be called Kicks.
huh.
Kicks, I think it was called. And then they're all Snipes. They do first come first serve. because I just happened to be in the store one day getting some sneakers for my daughter, and people were sitting outside, and I just customarily just got in line because I just thought they didn't open yet. So I'm like, these people just walking in the store. Why am I? So I asked the dude that was sitting in the store. I said, "Why y'all sitting here?" He was like, "Oh, we waiting for the Yeezys at 3:00." It was it was an ugly color, so I didn't care to have them. So 3:00 hit, they all came in and got in line, and they were buying them. They didn't have raffle, and that's when I actually caught the purple quartz because they came out the same day. And they were sitting on the counter, and I'm like, "Oh, y'all got them in here?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, do I have to have a ticket?" He said, "No." And I was able to buy them right there over the counter. But so I'm guessing Snipes still does first come, first serve for the Yeezys. They don't do the raffles.
Yeah, I mean the only place around here that I could think of that might would have them would be Social Status. Here, I guess
So Social Status is only out there.
I mean they're here, but I think there's one in Pittsburgh. There's I think there's going to be one in Detroit.
Because see, I'm slow as all get out. So thank God for these sneaker groups and my girl Kai, Julius, and all other folks in the sneaker world. Because until I really started my page and started to really like engage with folks, I didn't know all these places existed. So I'm learning more and more avenues to buy sneakers. So now I'm like, but this is a job. I don't want to work to spend my money.
Yeah.
It is a job. I don't want to do that. But I am learning more of how to increase my chances of a cop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know those strawberry milk, because I like those. I didn't know that Social Status, they were for just that Social Status. Because I was like, well, where you buy these things at? Like, I've been seeing them, but I don't know where to buy them.
Yeah, I should have got a pair of these. These are wife's. I should have got a pair.
Are they the strawberry ones?
I would have got the
Yeah, man.
chocolates. I like the chocolate better, but
I ain't like the chocolate. I like the pink is my favorite color. So
it's all
Kai tell me I'm me and my Easter shoes because she be cussing me out between my rhinestones and my pale colors. He can't take it.
Look, you don't have a hat with all of the rhymes. You ain't that far gone, are you?
No, man, I don't even wear hats. So,
okay. Because that's what you
but I
officially
stud up everything.
to a black woman. You wear one of them hats with the rhinestones all over them.
No, but I put stones. If I ain't putting stones on my shoes, it's on my daughter's shoes. So she told me she was gonna hide my glue gun. So Kai said she was gonna hide my glue gun.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh man. Well, now since we're about to end this segment and go to the last part, tell me your tragic sneaker story. Did you have a hard L, a sneaker you missed that you really wanted, or
I just feel like everything that I really make an effort that I really be wanting, like the Sakai's. Sakai's, that's my second favorite of my collection. But I always take a L on them. It never felt like I've never hit. I probably hit on the sneaker at twice, and then I got a early release once of something. And I always hit on shit I don't want. Like I hit on some foams for my husband. I never hit on something I want for me. Never. I never hit on anything I want. So yeah, I mean, I feel like everything that I really want for myself, if I don't buy it resale, like I just be like, fuck, I'm that's it. And I just wait until I can catch it at a better price.
Like I like the first Sakai's better than the second ones. The second ones, where the back kind of goes up like this. I had a couple of
that's the purple ones. These ones, cause yeah, they these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are definitely my least favorite. I like them. I feel like they're clunkier too. They're super clunky. But I definitely like, and I want the gray ones. I definitely was sad about not hitting on those because I wanted them for me and my husband. Like I was really sad about that because I just felt like they did. I feel like when we don't hit when enough, because I didn't even see enough people like post that they got them. So I feel like if you're not seeing them like that, they don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have them. So then you got to go order all overseas or something, and you got to pay the extra. Because I think I bought mine off of Goat, the blue ones I have. But when I did see them on all those other sites to enter the raffles, they were over 230 because you got to pay the import fees and the taxes and the shipping.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do they get? Like, I'm ready to move to London or Paris because I feel like they get more sneakers than we do.
Yeah. I feel like they give us more basketball shoes and they give them more of the runners over there.
Yeah, and they get some good stuff.
Yeah.
I need me a real good connect over there because they get some good stuff and early.
Yeah.
They get all the stuff early.
Yeah. I've noticed with the Sakai's, I only really liked the first two. I guess from 19, the kind of the blue with the red and the gold swoosh, and then the green one with the very first two LD waffles.
Oh yeah, I had those.
You,
I have those. The green, the pink and green ones.
mm-hmm. Yeah, like I really those first two were the only ones I really really liked, but I still want a pair because I like the old 70s kind of waffle style.
Yeah, that's what drew me into them too. And I'm still I'm they in my wants and goat them the yellow ones,
Mm-hmm.
but they are car payment. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
They're a car payment. I ain't doing it.
No.
Nope, they stay in my wants till somebody need some money to pay their car payment and
Yeah.
want to drop it.
Now I got to ask you this: who is the biggest sneakerhead in the house between you and your husband?
It's me because I actually turned him back on because when I first met him, he had his little 3 pair basic sneakers, and I have always been a shoe person. When I was working in offices, when I was a secretary, as much sneakers as I had in shoes because I wore shoes all the time. And then when I got my new job with the city, my dress code was a little more relaxed. And then when they totally relaxed it, I dumped all my shoes and went back to my sneakers. I sold every pair of shoes I had on Poshmark and started buying sneakers again. I literally probably have 3 pair of shoes.
Wow.
I sold everything. If I show you my Poshmark site, you'll see every hill that I had listed on there sold. I
What?
sold every pair of heels I had. So I don't even wear heels no more at all. You can't pay me to put a pair of heels on.
Got you. All right. How do your kids, respond to you being into the sneakers? Does it make them sneakerheads, or is it just kind of whatever?
The babies don't care. My oldest son, he is his that's his now he's like he loves when his friends be like, your mom got these. Like they know that I'm in the season. I bet you your mom got these. Y'all got money over here. Your mom got I'm like, dog, tell him to stop counting this household bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, money.
Stay out my pockets.
Right. But he is funny because he'll screenshot sneaks or I'll send them to him and especially if it's something, the kids, if it ain't something that's their height, it's like, ew, oh my God. I'm like, who wearing these? Me. Tell your friend to find them for me. And that's
Yeah.
because he got a friend that used to work at Foot Locker.
Okay.
And he did not want to give me that boy's number. I said, give me his phone number. I need to ask him a question. Boy, I was texting him all the time. Y'all got these in there? Can you get these? Can you order these for me? I said, he don't mind. That's my other son. He don't mind.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think, I've definitely been that person for people where it's like, either we get it or we can't, you know what I mean? So it's all good, it's good to know people, that can let you know the information right.
Right.
Trying to just read it on the web or trying to figure
Right.
out, what's going on. So props to you for that.
Yep.
All right. So as we move to the last segment, which is, your sneaker future, where do you see your collection going?
Whew. So my intent is to actually build an addition to the house, whether it be an attic or another, like a room, off our room for a closet, because I want to expand. I want to buy more. I want to get into more, like, especially some of the older sneakers that I really liked that I couldn't get. But because I stopped here and what I have now is what I really want and really like. So I don't see myself getting rid of them. So I'll just be adding to them. Unless, of course, the older they get, I know they don't hold up as well. So, like, I actually been researching now how to preserve a lot of this, like, because my ones, like, I'm the ones that I have, I'm never selling those. So I'll be wearing them because they're ones that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they're going to be around. So I want to preserve them. So I was looking into how to preserve my ones. Because who's to say they may never come back? So they could be worth some money depending on what condition they're in. So if I do decide to just stop wearing them, I want to preserve them.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about ones as opposed to a lot of other Jordans is, it's straight rubber. It's no polyurethane, so there's nothing to biodegrade. Because I wore some original ones from '85 yesterday, and people were like, "How can you
Oh,
wear them?" and whatever, and I'm like, "It's just rubber." I got a bunch of shoes from the '70s and '80s that I can still wear. That I found they're just rubber. They're not gonna.
well, that's, yeah.
So the only thing that happens is sometimes the leather will crack in certain places, or the
Yeah.
strip a little bit, but yeah, you should be able to wear those forever. Like I never plan on getting rid of any ones I have. So, I'm with
Yeah. I like my track sneaks, like the fly knits two. The fly knit two was my favorite, favorite vapor mix. I stopped buying them when they stopped making the twos.
mm,
Because the other ones are terrible to me. The threes are ugly.
really.
And then oh, and then that new one with that thing on the top. That was it for me.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I really the 2020. I messed with it. Just cause it is weird with the lacing system, and they got rid of it on the 2021 already. But the way they reworked the bubble, it's actually a little more stable. You know, it's better.
I didn't have a problem with them. I literally have about one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I have 9 pair of them. And the Vapor Max 2s, because I was even going back trying to find them. And I went to Canada. My husband and I went to Canada, and we found some real, like, different ones there. And I bought a couple pair from there when we were in Canada. But after they stopped making those ones, I was disappointed because I didn't like the threes. I didn't like how they made them. They didn't fit my feet right.
I
I
got
felt like they were bigger than the twos.
you. Yeah. The majority of the ones I had was the ones, and I don't have any twos. My wife has a few twos. I have two threes, three Vapor Max 20s. I don't have any 2021s. But the Vapor Max I can't get with that everybody loves is that Vapor Max Plus. I just can't get with it. It's hood nigga shoe. And for girls.
Which Oh, yeah. I don't have no Vapor Max Plus. No, I do so. I got one, two pair of those. I got 2 pair of those. I actually like those.
But it's okay
And
because you're a lady and you've got a smaller foot, so it'll look good.
but they grew on me later.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't grow on me right away. They grew on me later. So,
Yeah.
and I bought 2 of those. And it was a couple other ones I was looking at, but I didn't. I was like, no.
See,
The
go ahead.
No, the EVOs. I don't really like those. I
I
let
was
my
noticing
husband
the
convince me of
box.
those.
I was noticing that you had
Yeah.
it. I was going to ask you about that.
I wore them once. He convinced me. He loves them. I ain't really that crazy about them.
As an Air Max guy, I thought about getting them just because it's got all the pieces of the Air Maxes. That kind of storytelling fascinates me, but I'm just not going to wear them enough. Even with my discount, they still would be too much. So,
Yeah, I thought they were super overpriced. I
yeah,
really thought that too. Because I told Kai that too. I was like, she was like, man, those are dope. I was like, man, they full of shit. Because they $200. I could have got something else for that. But They gonna sit right in this box.
Yeah, see, my wife, I loved right away because I love the Air Max Plus and the Vapor Max, best of both worlds. I love the Air Max Plus, the tuned airs. I love those. I don't like when I don't like when they mix. I shouldn't say that because I got spizikes and shit. But I usually don't like when they mix shoes together. I'm kind of over that. That was like a 2000s thing,
Yeah, the mashup thing, they can go ahead and let that go.
But with this shoe, I look at it as a little different, the Vapor Max Plus, but I also don't like when they put new technology on old shoes. It only works some of the time. It doesn't always work. So
I think they run it like we were saying before. I think they run it out of shit. So they just now it's like, oh, let's just throw 7 sneakers together. No, we don't want that.
you remember even a few years ago they put a Vapor Max bottom on the 95 and the 97 and
Yeah, that was terrible to me.
the 97 was okay, but the 95 just nah.
Julius, I take him for the crackhead.
Yeah. They was at the store for $50. I might look at them like throw them bitches on. Everybody knows I hate them. Nobody's gonna expect me to have them. So, but
Yeah, they were trash. They look like they look like, because we call it the Tyconi flea market over here. You go there and you can get Tim's butt naked. You can get Air Force Ones. Them Air Max 9 things look like they was over there in the flea market. I was like, what is that?
Not the flea market. Oof.
No, they did the wrong thing with that. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I think that was terrible.
All right. Now, as we're going into the future, you've told me about, your direction. Now, what is that holy grail shoe that you just haven't been able to put your hands on that you
them them black and white taxis.
just the Taxi 12, the regular Taxi 12.
The original 12.
So
that is
even though they're coming out with this
complete me.
Well, I was saying,
that would complete me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be on the lookout, for them. For what size are you? A 7Y?
7U.
All right. Now, does it have to be dead stop?
I would like the dead stop.
Okay. For dead.
But if the closest I can get to it, because like I said, I bought the new one that they keep pushing back.
Mm-hmm.
I like them, but they just don't really do it for me. Like, I was looking at them, I was looking at them, I was like, I think I'm could probably resell these because I like them, but I don't think I'm a real that they don't really do it for me like the originals.
Yeah, that little Jumpman plate being gold, because they've done this twice now. Because you remember they had a Chinese New Year 12 that looked like the Taxi a couple years ago where they did the same thing.
Yep.
I really feel like the gold, the Jumpman on the thing was supposed to be gold. For whatever reason, it just never happened on the initial run since they've done it now twice. But I mean, it's my favorite 12. It's probably the only 12 I probably would buy over again.
I need them to stop playing with it and just release them. Like, they flirt around too much. Stop playing with it and just give us the shoe.
That, and I wore my pair a little while back, but I don't understand why we've never seen a true retro of the white and red one either. I don't understand that. Did I freeze on you?
No, a call was coming in.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't understand why we haven't seen a retro of that. I mean, they came out with that, sort of like the Obsidian, but it wasn't. I don't understand why they do stuff like that either. So I'm with you. So the Taxi 12 is your holy grail. Okay. All right. So what's on your radar next?
I don't really have anything on my radar right now because I've just been so disappointed at, trying to cop. No, I'm lying. One that Michigan, some of the sneakers at, they come out on the 27th. It's that new Dunk with the chunky heel. I have one pair like that. I like them.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I already know. Yes.
And it's that blue, white, and some other color.
You aren't gonna go for the cool gray 11?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm probably not even gonna go for them. I'll just wait to try to buy them Because
Gotcha.
I'm telling you, I just don't even be. I'm just not even concerned with trying to even go on this app and draw for anything.
Yeah.
Like it just burns me out.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, the women's dunk high, the varsity maze, whatever that is, that look like the Michigan colors.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like them.
Okay. I hope you get them.
I hope so too, because I'm telling you, if I can't get them little 120 pair of sneakers, that's it for me. I'm supposed to not be buying anything for the rest of the year, but I like those.
Wow, for the rest of the year. I mean, we still got like 2 months and some. It's cool. I mean, for me, I'm a basketball guy. I'm definitely gonna look forward to these LeBron 19s. I had all these plans on getting the white and navy blue six since I had it back in 2000 and it crumbled on me. Lasted for a long time, but I want a new pair, but they got pushed back to March. So really just some LeBrons and the cool gray 11. My pair from '01 is orange on the bottom. I need a new pair. So because I didn't get the last retro. And there are these ones that come out around Christmas that have brown on them. They're called like the craft ones. They sort of remind you of the
Mm,
back, but they're white. I'm gonna try to get those, but it's a Jordan 1, so we got to put an asterisk by that. So
it's crazy. It's a shame. It's
yeah,
crazy. It's a shame, man.
I don't know. It's the biggest because one of the questions I normally ask is what's the biggest challenge that you've had to make post pandemic with getting sneakers. But I think for everybody, it's just been having to cop online, like you said, not being able to
Yeah,
touch the shoe. Since you had said that, that's why I didn't even ask you that because you said it before I even asked it. You missed trying on the shoe and touching,
right.
being able to see it. So um, I guess my second to last question then will be, with you being a lady in the shoe game, it's probably more ladies in it now than it's ever been. Do you feel like there are any extra challenges you face being a lady with shoes?
So, not no, not really, because I'm not a basketball person. So the only thing like I'll get people or like ask certain questions, and I'll be like, I don't know, what color are they, or let me Google it. Like a lot of stuff, like I don't know the name of the shoe or like some of that, because I'm not really into it for that part of it.
Okay.
I'm into what I'm into because I like the shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just what it is. Like if I have on a pair of LeBron 16s, I don't want you walking up to me saying, "You don't know nothing about that shoe. He was on the court." I really don't care. I like the shoe.
Yeah.
I don't care about that part. I like the shoe.
Yeah.
So sorry. So I think people feel like as women when we wear sneakers, like we gotta have like a history lesson behind the sneaker. And that's not the case. Like I like what I like, and it doesn't matter whether I know who wore the shoe or not. This is just what I like.
Yeah. I've really I fear that that's how people look at me because I am into sports. But
Right.
like were if I seen you, and I'm like, yeah, I could never see saying that to somebody like, girl, what you know about LeBron? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. Like because I only had one pair of LeBrons. It was the fruity pebbles because I like absolutely had to have them. I loved them, and I wear them, and people ask like, "Did you get them recently? What you know about them?" And I'd be like, "What do you mean? I know I bought them. That's what I do know."
yeah, like being a sports historian and being a sneaker historian, it comes together, but it's also different too. Like I'll admit that there are shoes that I have that if I wasn't into sports, I probably wouldn't like. If I wasn't into basketball, I wouldn't have all the Iversons I have or
Right.
Currys. You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
hence probably why I don't have a lot of basketball sneakers.
yeah.
I think I had one other basketball sneaker, and it was the J. Cole Pumas.
Ah, the Dreamer. Yeah. But see, even that's different. You know what I'm saying?
So I was watching a game and
Mm-hmm.
seeing them on their feet, and I was like, "Where are those?" I'm watching them run back and forth on the court because my husband's a overall sports fan. He watches all sports,
Yeah.
so we're watching ESPN all the time. And he was like, oh, I don't know. So I was like, I'm going to find them. So I Googled the jersey number and the sneakers, and then I found them. And I was like, I'm getting those. And when they came out, I got them.
Mm-hmm.
But, and they were super uncomfortable for me. Like, I just started wearing them again. And they're like now my workout sneakers because I broke them in enough to where now they feel more comfortable. But I'm like, this is why I don't buy basketball sneakers. They hurt my feet.
Yeah, no, I get you. I mean, it's probably better that you're that way, because I'll just say that it's nothing worse than trying to talk to somebody who act like they know about it and they don't. And that happens a lot.
Yeah, because I'll tell you in a minute. Stop, because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you in a minute. Like, no, I don't know.
it don't even have to be about sports. You trying to talk to me about shoes, and I'm not gonna dish you and be like, well, shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing about no shoes. I may,
Right.
but at the same time, I just let people just talk and do that, because I've had old dudes try to do that with me, like, or older dudes, like, man, what you know about the pro leather? You don't know about no Dr. J. And I'm like, how old do you think I am?
And that'd be the thing. It'd be like, okay, they just shoes, bro. It's not that deep. Whether I know about them or not, they literally like just sneakers. Like, we gonna have a conversation about me not knowing about something because you think I should know about them because I'm wearing a sneaker? No.
And when you hit them up with what you know and it's right, they'll be like, oh, you must have just saw it on YouTube or Google. So
That's hilarious.
yeah, so I don't know, but anyway, so before we close, did you have any questions for me?
What? Oh no, I think you already said that. Were you always into the sneaker retail business? Like, is that how you got started collecting outside of just being a basketball person?
Nah, I didn't get my first sneaker job until I was in my mid-20s. So I had started collecting before that. I mean, any sneaker job I got was for the discount, so I get more sneakers. But yeah, it started before that. Being from there, we're from being a dude, so I'm into sports, being into hip hop, product placement, seeing the sneakers on shows. The shows, Martin, Fresh Prince, Seinfeld.
Yes.
So. And then the area I grew up in Cleveland was like halfway affluent. So some of the kids at school were rich and they'd have the sneakers too. And, I've always been into sneakers. I've always wanted them. I only got a job in the first place when I was a teenager to get sneakers. So I've just always liked them. Like, I don't know. I don't know why, so it's a combination of things. I mean, just working at stores and managing and running shoe stores as an adult was just kind of a extra manifestation of it. Like, but that hasn't been.
Okay.
So I've had a few HR jobs and a few other things. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll say my collection started in '97 when I started working.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got some crates. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shoot, you do too. I mean, if you were guesstimating, how many pairs would you say you got?
Maybe 180.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a guesstimate, probably about 180. And
Yeah.
that's after probably, I haven't recounted since I got rid of some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with 180.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's me anytime, for most people, once you get past 20 or 25, it's a lot, or you could say past 100 or, however many, but, show, especially when I'm interviewing you ladies, is, y'all are real genuine with it. I appreciate the way that y'all approach, the shoe game. I hate using the word culture since it's so overdone and overused now, but
Right.
I really appreciate the way that y'all go about it. I mean, you, Sneaker Best, Twib Mother, Chic and Sneaks, I mean, all the people that have been a part of this, y'all all are real genuine with it. Where you could tell it's real. It's not just because it's the thing to do right now. Because there's a lot of
Right.
ladies out there where I could just tell, like, yeah, you're only doing this because it's the thing to do.
Well, yeah, and and like when you asked about the sneaker in the house, like I told you, my husband, like, I'm the one that push him to buy stuff. He'd be like, "Oh no, I won't buy." I'd be like, "If you don't buy them sneakers, or if he don't buy them, I'll buy them." Because he'll just say, "All right, I'm gonna order them. All right, I'm gonna order them," and he'll never do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to do it for him. So it's funny because the other day he looked and he said, "Damn, I didn't even know I had this many sneakers here." He's like, "You're a bad influence."
And I mean, the numbers go up quick. I mean, I'll just say I never thought I would have as many clothes and shoes as I have. I mean, it's crazy. I've actually gotten overwhelmed before looking at some of this shit like that. I can't believe all this shit is mine. It's crazy.
I do all the time. So then I start bringing trash bags up and start, whether it got tags on it or not. It's like, if I ain't wear it in the last year at this point, I'm not. So I just said the other day, I'm going to we have a flea market every weekend here. I'm about to just do a flea market. Because I still have, even for the kids, like, it's just like quarantine, just sitting here at home. I just be ordering stuff. And then they grow out of it before they even get to wear it.
True. I feel you.
And I can't let a cell go. This is just, that's the woman in me. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, if it's a good deal, like I went thrifting earlier and I found some infrared sixes and they were $18. They were my size. I've got at least 6 pairs of infrared sixes right now, black ones. That's the shoe that started it all for me.
I just bought a pair because I didn't have one.
Yeah. Now these shoes are halfway cooked. Like I probably shouldn't have bought them, but I just couldn't leave them there for $18.
Yeah,
So,
that's how I feel.
it's a gift and a curse. But I definitely want to thank you for being on here. I really appreciate.
Well, I thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the platform. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. I was worried. I was happy that you liked the flyer. You know what I'm saying, with the picture. I felt like it was a good picture because I tried a few other.
It definitely was.
So it did work out. Usually I'll be struggling with the flyer, to try to capture the essence of the person or whatever. But you had some good
Yeah.
pictures, so thank you.
Thank you. So let me get my kiddos in the bed. I appreciate you for having me here. Thank everyone that tuned in. I appreciate all y'all.
Yeah, thanks, and
Thank you.
no problem. I'll be in touch. I'll be talking to you. You take care.
You too.
Peace.
See y'all.